Here we are. This is all ours.
It feels amazing to be stocked up with some fresh stuff again. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff, as you can see here. Fruit, veggies, cauliflower, egg, we got a lot of cheese.
Somebody's splurging this morning.
I'm so excited. Avocado, egg, and our last bagel.
Forgot how much I missed avocado.
Yeah, and fried egg.
Mmm.
It's something special though when you haven't had it for like a few weeks.
It becomes so much better. It's like a real treat.
So one thing I love to do when Sierra is taking a nap is to go paddleboarding. It's such a great way to get some exercise, and we do have two like hard paddleboards on the boat, and I might just paddle around and see what's kind of lurking in the shallows, because it's a lot of things around here. It's like so many rays and sharks and turtles and stuff, and because you're going so slow and you're so quiet, you can get really close to stuff, so it's awesome. So I might just paddle up towards the really shallow part and yeah, just get out, move around for a little bit. I love it. It's like meditation, you know, it's almost like doing yoga or something. Whoa, it's really incredible. It's just like so calm and like just paddling in the shallows. It's awesome. It's like, what? Just everything is popped out. It's awesome. But I might go a little bit further up the beach and see what I can find.
No way. So that's a barracuda, a ray, and a shark all in the same spot. This is pretty cool. There he is. There's the shark. It's a shark. I don't know if it's a big one. Whoa, no way. Shark and a ray. You see him?
Chilling on the bottom. I like how quiet it is too. You just hear a little bit of wind, the waves slapping against the paddleboard, some birds. It's just amazing.
This is the story of Delos, a sailboat adventurizing around the world for the past 10 years. And now we embark on our greatest adventure of all. Come join us as we take to the high seas and travel the world with the newest member of our crew. If you enjoy Delos videos, please subscribe. It's a great way to support our channel.
What do we got going on today, Brian?
Well, we're doing some old school moonshining, aka Connor style. Look at that.
It's quite the setup they have going on here today.
Very cool. Tell me a little bit about the yacht club. How did it come about? The two titty. First of all, how do we name it?
So the TTYC came about because we are in an island called Double-Breasted Key, and so after we built this beautiful yacht club, we had to name it, and it morphed into the two titty to as paying homage to the place we're at. So the two titty yacht club in Double-Breasted Key.
What you got going over here, Connor? Can you explain the situation?
So this setup, the ethos behind it is minimizing extra stuff on the boat that we don't need. So that's our pasta pot slash still. This hose we use to cool it is all the same diameter as the water hose in the boat. So to save fuel in the boat, instead of trying to use the still on the boat and use like propane or run the generator for electric cooktop, we're using the most abundant fuel source we have, which is beach firewood. To keep with our abundant resource policy of using things we have plenty of, we have lots of solar power. So we scraped together some parts from the boat. This is a 50 watt flexible solar panel, and that charges this little 12 volt, 7 amp hour battery to pump the water back and forth. Look at that. Wonderful, wonderful cooling water.
Did you choose that hat for this location?
Absolutely, yeah. There's nothing more American than doing illegal things, what would be illegal in America, legally here.
America.
That's the beauty. We're celebrating our freedom that we never had in America. Drinking liquor.
So what are your predictions for how much alcohol you're gonna get?
Well,
And why?
This is tough. There's a lot of factors going in. I'm gonna say 4 liters.
4 liters at 40%.
I think we're gonna have 4 liters at 40%.
Okay.
Let's get some liquor boiling. So Andy, this is Andy's wash. He's made this aboard his boat.
Never done it before.
How's it taste?
Horrible.
Here we go. Let's make magic.
What's that? First drips of alcohol.
First drips of alcohol coming through right there. Give it a.
What do you think it is?
It may just be sugar water.
Hydrometer, right?
Yeah. It tastes just sugary. Absolutely zero.
Suspicions are confirmed.
We've successfully made 0% alcohol.
Shame.
What happened, Connor?
Hold on.
But yeah, put your America hat on, buddy.
Okay. All right.
What did you do, Connor? What
So
happened?
we have good news and bad news. The good news is we have properly set up a cooling system that is self-powering. However, the negative side is that we're at 212 degrees right now, the boiling point of water, and that's all we have. So I think what happened, what we poured in here is just no alcohol in. This is Andy's wash. He's made this aboard his boat.
Never done it before.
How's it taste?
We're just making distilled water right now. We're making battery acid.
I have a batch that I'm pretty sure has alcohol in it ready to go on the boat.
Well, that is good news.
Start over.
So I brought our batch in.
So we've got the new mash in there with the new liquor ready to go. We're getting it re-stoked. I think we're gonna be good.
That's
Are we doing
Smells
better on
good.
this batch?
Yeah, this batch is much better.
Show us.
Sip a bit.
That was
I
the
mean-
weirdest sipping technique I've ever seen. What was that?
You wanted maximum tongue
Did you want maximum tongue to vial contact or what?
It's a success, right? Like, we made liquor on the beach.
What do you give it, an A, B, or C, D?
Relevant.
I give it an A for fun.
Yeah.
And we got a badass shade.
It's alright.
So this is the founding of the
That's a lot better.
Got
double-breasted yacht club, huh?
This is the kids' yacht club, I suppose, huh?
We can just go there and do whatever we want, right? Like we can be creative and play with things on the beach, and
It's allowed us to gather as a society and here we are, and we're not just sitting out on the beach roasting under the sun. We have our own place.
Cheers.
Two-titted yacht.
Yeah. Double booby key. All right, final product. What do you think?
What are we gonna do about this?
Yeah. I'll drink it. Let's go.
You've had worse, you've had better.
Ahoy Delos tribe! Did you know that for about the same price as a cup of coffee, you can join our inner circle, which gives you lots of cool benefits like early access to our video releases, private membership to our tribal council where you can chat with the crew, and also invitations for like sailing and diving and crew opportunities and all sorts of cool stuff.
Yep. So head to patreon.com/SDDelos for more information. And we love you.
That's it. Back to the show.
Brian, what's going on?
Our freezer stopped working. It's so disheartening to work so hard to do so much planning to get good food on the boat, and then something like this happens. It's just like, I couldn't think of a worse thing to happen after you just get all this beautiful stuff, and now it's gonna go bad unless I can get this working. Yeah, and this freezer is not working, and that freezer is like, I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, the fan is running, the compressor's running, but it's running like, it's just not freezing.
Yeah,
42 degrees, and everything is just like mushy, and the chicken is defrosted.
So yeah, not an ideal change of situation from going to like, yay, we have all this fresh food, and then yay, all the meat is going bad. I guess we do have some friends in Anchorage that could potentially put some of the stuff in their freezers just to save the meat at least. But we just have to wait and see a little bit.
As the sun rose, so did the temperature on Delos, and our situation became dire as our frozen vegetables and meats began to thaw.
Still, I mean, it's a little bit, like this chicken is a little bit frozen, but all of this you can see is like all squishy. All of this is just defrosted. I think if we don't are able to fix it today, will go bad. And the thing that I'm like super gutted about is all the breast milk. So I pumped like quite a lot of breast milk out to have like an emergency storage in case like I get really sick and my supply go down or something like that. It sucks, but it's nothing we can do, and Brian is working super hard. He was up late last night trying to fix it, troubleshoot, read on the internet, and he's now gone over to some of our neighbors to see if they potentially have some stuff.
After failing to find a solution on my own, I decided to take a cruise around the neighborhood in Maggie in search of help.
How did it go?
We live in the best neighborhood ever. Andy had a spare freezer that we could borrow, and I talked to both Connor and Jerry, and they have like a lot of knowledge and expertise on these fridges, and they have all the gear to test it. I feel that everybody in Anchorage has some sort of a special skill or something that they contribute to our little society here. What do you think yours is?
We needed time to study for these questions.
So Jerry's gonna come over with his gauges, and he seems to know a lot about it, so he's gonna show me how to troubleshoot it. And in the meantime, we can get this one going and at least save our food.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Feel a little bit better?
I feel a little bit better, at least now our food is safe.
The only really thing we lost was the breast milk, but
It's getting kind of old anyway.
yeah.
So Jerry's our neighbor.
Hi.
And he happens to be very knowledgeable about boat systems. And one of the ones that I am not knowledgeable about is refrigeration. And so now I get to learn from somebody who's been through it.
87.
87.
That's no good. That measurement that I just showed you down there, and that's your heat coming out. That's all refrigeration is heat coming out. There is no heat coming out. Now that can be one of two things. Either all of the refrigerant leaked out, and the compressor is just spinning on nothing, has no refrigerant to compress. But it's not a likely option because it was working fine right up until you did some changes. When the load increases and it works extra hard, the refrigerant, if there's even a droplet of moisture in the refrigerant, that will turn into an ice crystal and it will block the capillary tube. I like, it's my hobby. I like to tinker with things, and I'm good enough at it so that I can be helpful in that way. And I like to be helpful.
Because this one is basically the same unit.
Yep, let's take a look.
This one gurgles.
This one's gurgling, which kind of indicates to me that it's just pressing air through it. No, it's not doing anything. This one could be out of refrigerant. This is a good example. You've got two failures, but for different reasons.
If we lost you there, we have two identical freezers on Delos, and neither were freezing anything for very different reasons. Jerry surmised one probably failed because we overloaded it with all our new food we just had delivered, hence the frozen capillary theory. The other one probably had a leak and over the years was now low on refrigerant. Luckily, we had the tools and expertise in the middle of nowhere to begin some serious troubleshooting.
So we've had it off for about 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes, just to let the system equalize.
And then we're going to push in the Schrader valve.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, so there's something in there.
Mm-hmm. We're going to put some more in there.
We're going to put some more in there.
Mainly our goal on this one is just to add some refrigerant.
Okay.
And the secondary goal is that we're going to put the amp meter on the compressor, and we're going to be looking for around 3 amps. When that's the DC amperage gets up to around 3, we know the compressor has about the right amount of refrigerant in it. I'm going to allow some refrigerant to go in. Okay, so there we go. See, my pressure went up.
Yeah. 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8.
Okay, and I'm going to shut that down. We do it a little at a time.
Sucking it in.
It is. Isn't that nice?
Did we get there?
95.
Oh, okay. So that's 9 degrees over?
Yep.
Isn't it insane all the crazy tools that people have on boats?
It's weird.
Like,
it's
who would
like
have expected our neighbor to have like a vacuum pump and gauges and refrigerant? Not only one neighbor, but 2 neighbors, Connor too.
yeah, that's crazy.
All right, Jerry, how we doing?
I think this is what we were shooting for right here.
5 degrees, 1 degree.
Yep, there you go. We got 0 degrees. So 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Are you happy now? We're gonna fix our freezer? Yeah, I'm happy too.
We might have a place to put our frozen goods on your boat. Thought I was doing this out of the goodness of my heart.
Oh, you just want to fill our second freezer with your food, huh?
Yeah! I think it's a success.
High five.
Woohoo!
High five. So now we went from 0 working freezers to 2 working freezers.
In one day.
In one day.
Brandon said he was going to nickname me Jer Bear.
That's better than what I called you, Jerry the boat fixing fairy. That
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry the boat fixing fairy.
Yeah, there is that one. There is that one too.
So can you stand right there? Can you stand right there? No? Can you sit? Can you sit while I show my new thermostat that I'm very proud of? No, maybe not. This is my new thermostat that another boat gave me. It's pretty cool. So now I can dial in the temperature in degrees Celsius, and it'll hold it there or within a specified range that I set, and it turns on and off, and it is cooling nicely. So I think we're actually in pretty good shape. So it's getting nice and cold in there. You can see the ice. That's a good sign. There's the new temperature probe.
And if all the tests run well, we'll put our food back in here, huh? You have no idea all the effort we go to make sure we have food to eat out in the middle of nowhere, huh? It takes a lot of work. And all the energy from this thing is created by the sun from solar panels, which is a bizarre concept, but it works. Yeah. And then you get to eat chicken and spaghetti if you want. Chicken.
Up next, we do some more boat work. Wow, we have so many helpers out here.
She's starting to get like really movementy.
The TTYC continues to grow.
We got invited to go into the yacht club for dinner this evening.
Welcome to the yacht club.
Thank you, thank you.
And we host a Monster Mash Challenge.
And the fourth teammate is gonna swim underneath your legs.
That's why you wore the Speedo, huh?
There you go!
Have we accounted for the fact that we're probably gonna be drinking what's coming out of this directly? So we accounted for loss in the creation due to the inherent fact that we're making liquor in the beach and it's a perfect time to drink it. So
Who's driving this boat?
Where we going, Nugget?
20 degrees to starboard. So this
I
is
don't
like
know.
an all day
be quicker.
project. So maybe the consumption during production is going to be an issue.
It's gonna be sizable. It might be very
I predict
sizable.
a 25% loss ratio.
I would say at least. At least.